How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels, and welcome to me, the show where I turned on the camera, realized it looks like I'm soaked, I'm not soaked, I'm just moisturized. Did a little moisturizer, makes me look wet, wish it didn't. Wish having healthy skin didn't mean I had to look wet sometimes, but it does. I'm fully aware it looks like I just crawled out of the womb, tossed a shirt on, decided to make a YouTube video, right all within the same 5 minutes. But you know what? Honestly, if any of you have a problem with me maybe looking a little wet right now, maybe I don't need you watching my videos. If you can't handle me at my damp, then you don't deserve me at my moist. By the way, this isn't gonna turn into some kind of brand deal with a moisturizing company. This is just me coping with looking like a sea slug. Nice, Dan, got ahead of it. Got right ahead of it before the articles came out. Anyway, we're watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, so let's do that. Hey, I have a question. Why are the flaming ruins of an ancient Roman Colosseum inside of Gluttony's Rumbly Tumbly? I mean, I've heard of spicy Italian food, but this is ridiculous!
How do I know you're not envy in disguise?
Oh, come on. Do you want me to recite the hotel room service menu from top to bottom?
All right, you're Ling.
Like, yes, please. Definitely make him do some kind of test. Just because this guy's obnoxious doesn't mean he's Ling. What, because your gross little hair antennae wiggled, that means he's legit? What, was that you sussing him out?
And what about you? How do I know you're not envy? You little runt.
Will you come in, little runt, you jack?
Okay, it's really you.
Great test, Ling. Super efficient. Although again, Ed hating being called short is like the one thing Envy actually knows about him. So really, we should be doing more tests.
Why is it just his hand? Maybe he didn't get swallowed. And he's safe. He's gotta be freaking out, wondering where we are now.
I don't know, I think Al's doing just fine. Last we left him, he was shaking down Gluttony like a hard-boiled 50s detective.
Conveniently awake and telepathic powers! Elric brother telepathy!
Yeah, good luck with that.
I want to just cut to Al being like, wait, my Elric brother telepathy. Ed?
A wall! There has to be a wall!
There has to be! No matter how huge this place is, if we keep heading straight, we're gonna reach the edge!
I feel like this must at least a little bit be inspired by Berserk, right? This place reminds me so much of the Eclipse, and I know it's just because it's like a black space full of blood, but still, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a little bit of inspiration going on here.
I was joking!
She's not a cat. She's actually a panda, but she got a disease when she was a baby and it kept her from growing all the way.
That's hype! What a sick disease for a panda to have. Are you kidding me? I would love to have a hamster-sized bear.
I guess I just took pity on her more than anything.
Why was that horrifying? Why did they draw that in so much detail? They made her look like a little demon.
If I don't return with the method for attaining immortality and present it to the Emperor, it's almost certain my clan will perish.
Jesus, what a quest. What was the Emperor just like? Grand Vizier, I want you to assemble our nation's most elite team of 6-year-old girls to find me the key to immortality. Yes, Your Highness. But why 6-year-olds? Ah, because my daughter is 6. And if she's out of the house, my wife and I can have sex.
As soon as we're out, I'll let you order anything from room service. Now you can eat as much as you want, and sleep as long as you like.
Ed, this is a terrible deal. This guy's already pretty much bankrupt you. Plus, it's not like you've been stopping him from doing all that before.
I thought you were gonna leave me behind.
There's way too many people I'd be letting down by dying here.
Ling, I get that you're tired, but like, just walk. After Ed picked him up, Ling should have been like, oh, okay, he's serious. I'll walk now. Nothing's wrong with his legs, he's just a little tuckered out.
So hungry. I wish we could find something to eat.
Well, actually, you know...
Oh god, if Ed starts going on about the time he ate ants again, or tried to eat Alphonse, actually that second story is a lot more concerning considering their current situation.
Leather goods are edible. We've got a meal.
Oh, let's go! Chowing down on some boots? Ed's about to make some boot stroganoff, just like Ma used to make.
Here you go.
You don't have athlete's foot, do you?
My foot is made of metal, you idiot!
Oh, they only ate one shoe? Yo, they got like 4 more meals in them. That's hype.
It just sucks that we have no idea where this place is. But that's alright. As long as we've got our health, we can find an exit out of here.
Oh yeah, that's you two. Just a pair of healthy boys. Totally not on the brink of starvation, exhaustion, and death. Oh, but Danny, what are you talking about? They just ate a whole boot. Oh yeah, what a healthy, nutritious meal. Ed's boot.
There's something out there. Is that?
I thought so. I should have known it'd be you guys.
It's definitely Envy.
I like how everyone's so chill here. Like, Ling's really chilled out since waking up in Gluttony's stomach, and now Envy just strolls up like, hey guys, it's me. Isn't this some bullshit?
You're just going to start begging the enemy for help like that? If it means surviving, I'll be his best friend! Talk about
It doesn't matter because there is no exit.
I mean, you guys are inside of a stomach. There's an exit. I'm just not sure if any of you are prepared to take it.
This isn't the first time you've been through this.
Oh, whoa, crazy! Oh, so they're inside of Truth or whatever? That's wild! So are all the homunculi portals to Truth, or is it just Gluttony?
So that's what the real one looks like.
The real one?
Gluttony is a failed experiment by our father to create his own portal of truth.
Oh, I see. And Lust must have been his experiment to create a woman with a rockin' bod. Well, 1 out of 2 successes isn't that bad.
Huh, nice try, but King Radley's nothing more than a homunculus.
Told you so.
Not the time, Ling.
That. You remember the incident that started the war, right?
I had always heard it was because a military officer accidentally shot an Ishvalan child.
Oh god, which one of them was Envy? I like how powerful this show makes Envy seem. Like, they really understand just how dangerous somebody who can change their appearance would be. And it's so smart to put someone like that in the middle of this, like, grand political scheme, too. Wow! Wow, that's so hardcore. I didn't think it was just a random child shot point blank in the head. I thought she was like caught in some kind of crossfire or something. This makes way more sense. This is so worth starting a war over.
The officer that I pretended to be, he was actually a moderate who would always publicly oppose the military's occupation in Ishval.
God, this poor random soldier who did absolutely nothing wrong. He's just hanging out one day and then all of a sudden, sir, you are under arrest for the murder of a 6-year-old child. For the murder of what?
The Ishvalans! You're the one who turned Scar into a murderer! And it was you! You're the reason Winry's parents were killed!
You know, for a person named Envy, I don't really see them being jealous of a lot of things. Every time Envy shows up in some major plot point, I try to figure out how it relates to their name, and I just haven't been able to deduce that yet.
What the hell? He didn't budge.
Okay then, if that's how you want it.
Envy, where did you think this was headed? You can't gloat about how you started a massive genocide and then be upset when your story receives poor reviews. Did you think that tirade wasn't gonna end in a punch to the face?
You two boys something neat before we die. Consider it a party gift.
Did you notice his footprints back when we were all fighting in the forest?
Did you notice he's turning into a giant monster right in front of you? Ling, do not turn this into another I told you so moment. Focus on the crisis at hand.
Bigger than he looks.
Wow, okay, didn't expect that. Hey, remember when I said Gluttony was the scary one? Holy shit, boy was I wrong. This was the something neat you were gonna show them? Way to wildly undersell yourself, guy. This is something neat. Heads. Fuck! I could describe this event to 1,000 different people, and not once would the words something neat ever come up. At least I was kind of right before, because there's no way this isn't kind of inspired by Berserk. What happened to Gluttony? What, did you just let him go?
What
What do I do?
Oh, never mind, you're just making him feel bad.
What did you say? You have a father?
Uh-huh.
Is he the one that made the homunculi?
I know last time I said I really wanted to see Ed and Envy team up, but I was wrong. This is the team up of the century.
Gluttony, will you take me with you? Will you take me to meet your father?
I guess so.
Aw, look at these two arranging a playdate together.
Hughes's child screeched throughout the entirety of his funeral. My hands were trembling with anger.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one pissed off at that kid's behavior.
How can you even say such a thing? You have a child too.
You're speaking of Salim? He's more well-behaved than that.
Please, Mustang, my child? My child is rad.
But you, on the other hand, I know exactly who to use as your weak point.
Oh, stop it. They have to end up together. Don't pull this bullshit on me now.
I need you to take this.
Am I being reassigned, sir?
That's correct.
Oh, thank God, she's just being moved to a different location.
First Lieutenant Riza Hawkeye is to report for duty at Central Command Center as personal assistant to Fuhrer Bradley.
Oh dear God, she's being moved to a way worse location. Fuck me, are the next 30 episodes about to be the most tense experience of my life?
Assistant to Fuhrer Bradley.
It's as simple as that. She'll be under my watch from now on.
Yeah, me too, Mustang. Oh, and with this shit now. Yo, honestly, I'm like wildly impressed with this show's CGI. I mean, it's obviously CGI, but it's really not jarring at all, which is saying a ton for a show that came out in like 2011. We can't even get CGI in anime nowadays that doesn't completely rip you out of the experience.
Can you make a weapon?
You got it. With this ocean of blood, there's plenty of iron to work with.
Oh, thank God Gluttony's getting all of his vitamins.
Can we take him?
I doubt it. He is a giant monster.
Yeah, thanks, Ling, I've noticed. Brief episode transition. If you like what you're seeing here and you want to get more content not found anywhere else, make sure you consider subscribing to my Patreon, where you get access to hours and hours and hours of exclusive content. Right now I'm reacting to Blue Lock on there, and you get one exclusive video each month. You also have access to all my Food Wars reactions, and access to my private Discord server, and all the live streams I've recorded in the past and will record in the future. Your guys' subscriptions to my Patreon helps out this page in such a massive way, and I'm really appreciative to all the people who have been able to donate so far. So if you want to get a ton of bonus content and help out the channel at the same time, make sure you check out my Patreon in the description below. And now, on to the next one.
Time to die!
Oh, now it's time to die? That's what's about to happen now, Ed? Got it. Before I thought Envy was just way too strong for you, but now I understand you were just waiting for die time to kill him.
Kill me.
Oh, this guy's hyped that it's time to die. This dude's like, time to die? Yeah, that's sick, dude. I want to die so bad.
Help me die. I beg you. Please kill me. Please.
This is so beyond terrifying. This is by far the scariest this show has ever been. If Ed ever cracks a smile after this episode, I'll consider it a plot hole. If Ed manages to form a coherent sentence after surviving this, I'll consider it bad writing. Ed's psyche should be completely obliterated.
Come on, snap out of it, you idiot! Why didn't you attack him?
Because he's fucking spooky, Ling!
Those are people. They need our help. They're trapped inside him.
That's a trick, Ed. He's a monster.
Everybody making a lot of great points here. I absolutely love Ling right now. People who watch my content know that I'm a sucker for, like, characters taking scary situations seriously, and Ling is absolutely just selling the desperation of the situation right now.
Stop! Big brother? Wanna play?
God, Envy is so good. I love that Nina keeps getting referenced. I love how big of an impact she's had on Ed. This is without a doubt, like, the best fight in the series so far, right? Like, objectively, right? Everything from the Berserk-inspired backdrop to the great-looking CGI monster to, like, everybody just feeling desperate as hell. It's just so good. This is the most desperate and tense this show has ever felt.
Let's play.
Ed, you are grossly misremembering that thing's voice right now. Nina sounded cute. Alexandra certainly did not. Alexandra sounded like a fax machine choking to death.
I'm done playing with you.
Then why did you ask if you wanted to play? Also, says the person who just bounced him like a fucking ball. Don't say you're done playing and then start dribbling him up court.
I'm sorry.
God, this thing really is just a never-ending nightmare, isn't it? Its fucking tongue is goop, but the goop is people. How do you come up with something that horrible?
Open your eyes, Ed!
How are you gonna give that line to Ling? How are you gonna do that and expect me not to be sassy about it?
Ed, no!
Pretty embarrassing on Ed's part to get eaten for a second time this afternoon. Ed's like a turducken right now. He's inside of a stomach inside of a stomach.
Oh, this little cat? Yeah, I saw one that looked just like it by the factory earlier.
Just say you're looking for a baby panda. You don't gotta draw it up a mugshot.
So he's practically immortal.
He is? That's even more reason for us to go after them.
You're missing my point. I don't know if we can stop him.
It's kind of wild that Scar is afraid of the homunculi. Scar's so tough. I'm afraid of Scar. Everybody in this show is so not a physical match for Scar that to see him actually intimidated is like, oh shit, what do you mean you think you can't take him? You could take anybody.
What's the matter? Are you cold? It's okay.
Yo, Ed better get out of gluttony soon because his ass is getting replaced.
I know you're still alive. Just hang on.
Like, what's even happening to Ed right now? Like, biologically. Like, is he getting digested or turned into clay? It really could be either.
What is that? It looks like a red stone.
Oh, hype, go fuck it up. This is literally perfect. What a massive oversight on Envy's part. Oh my god, he kicked his tooth out. That looked so wildly painful. Even Envy was like, oh! Ed was like, before it was time to die. But now it's tooth hurry! Whatever, Envy, maybe that'll teach you to chew your food next time. If you're not gonna use your teeth, you're gonna lose your teeth.
There's no end to them.
It's stronger here. The feeling there's something evil beneath us.
Are you sure it isn't the man standing right next to you? Scar just blew up a chimera's head with his bare hands. Are you sure that's not contributing to your uneasy feeling?
No memory of my parents' faces or their names. In fact, I don't even remember my own name. For all I know, I might have been abandoned or sold before I even had one.
Oh my god, that's Bradley. What an adorable, sweet little boy.
Don't worry. His only true purpose in life was to help you further achieve your goal.
Every scene that Bradley is in only further cements him as my favorite character. If this show ever wants me to hate this guy, I think he's literally going to have to murder Ed while wearing Al. But showing him be the most handsome man in the entire show in his 20s, and then having him grow up to be even more handsome in his 60s, is certainly not helping.
Just try not to think about it. This won't take long.
Yo, can we get someone to at least close that fucking door? I don't know, maybe a little common courtesy here so every applicant doesn't have to look at a room full of fucking corpses when they undergo these trials.
You lived your life before as a human being. Why choose to be a homunculus, sir? Isn't there some way you could go back to being a human?
Why on earth would he do that? There was a point in your life when you were just crawling around and shitting in your pants, Mustang. Isn't there a way you could go back to that? What are you talking about, dude? Being a homunculus is fucking rad. What is with everybody in the show and not wanting unlimited power and immortality? Like, literally name one downside to being a fuck! Josh, keep it in. I'm not redoing the take. What is the downside to being a homunculus? But let's take this moment real quick also to just say, fuck that word. That word has caused the recording time of all of these videos to be fucking tripled. It's the worst word. Homunculus and homunculi, it doesn't flow into any combination of words. I was surprised the voice actors didn't go on fucking strike after like 13 episodes of putting up with this.
There, that should help. Thank you, Ling.
I collected all the fragments that I could find.
Cool, now could you go back to not being a fucked up where the wild things are monster?
A life form from a soul that no longer exists in this world. You can trust me on that one. So, this is where I got the idea to get us out of here.
Go back to being a person. Be a person again. Don't hover over Ed's shoulder as this fucked up alligator monster and act like you're one of the boys. At least tell your scarf of lost souls to stop writhing in agony.
Transmute myself. You mean a living person? Exactly. I can use this transmutation circle to deconstruct myself. Then I'll just put myself back together.
Oh, is that all? Just gonna do a quick teleport, are ya? Once you deconstruct yourself, how are you gonna make sure you're able to reconstruct yourself instead of, like, you know, dying?
This basically translates to I will strike God to earth and become a perfect being.
Well, that's certainly an arrogant concept.
I weirdly love how Ling's whole personality flipped in the course of like 2 episodes. I feel like it makes sense though, like a mixture of starvation and desperation has turned him into this like cynical and bitter person, and I like it. I like it a lot.
You sacrificed all of Xerxes. You turned them into a philosopher's stone.
Never in a million years would I have predicted that Envy would be like the main antagonist of this show. I know he technically isn't, but I am shocked at how many major plot points he directly caused.
I want to know who used this to transmute himself. Who slaughtered the population of a whole country? Who created all of you?
Ed, you just convinced Envy to let you out of his stomach. You really want to start grilling him right now?
This might not work out for me. If so, you gotta warn people about these guys' plans.
I'm not that concerned about him, Estrus. It's not my country.
Okay, have fun reconstructing yourself then, dick.
I'm sorry, but I need to use you.
God, this is such a good part of Ed's journey. I really hope all of this, like, radically fucks him up. At least a little bit, like in the same way that Nina did.
Like when gluttony swallowed us.
This is such a crazy plan. I can't believe this is what they're actually doing. This show does do a great job, though, at, like, showing Ed's growth as an alchemist in, like, a very believable trajectory. Like, if he pulls this off, 100% one of the best alchemists ever, right?
So this is it? Your father's on the other side?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
There has to be a way to rescue brother in here.
Poor Al thinks he's actually helping right now. Nobody tell Al that if he just did nothing, Ed would have just gotten himself out of gluttony anyway. I am excited, though, for them to step into this room, and then Ed and everybody else to just come bursting out of gluttony, and Al to be like, "Brother, I did it!"
Always 2 portals?
What is this shit? Oh my god, that's Al? I thought it was another Edward. They look so similar. It's just the hair and the fact that Al doesn't really have, like, a defined 16-year-old look, that's way, way, way crazier.
I can't. I can only leave with my own soul. I'm sorry I can't go with you.
Holy shit, he spoke. I really didn't think he'd do that. Hey, can I make, like, a controversial point here? This is the worst day ever. There, I said it. Not a good day for anybody.
Look at me! I promise! Someday soon, I'm coming back for you! Just you wait!
Yo, that was unbelievably hype. That was the most hype shit I've ever seen. Like, in my life. Ed just blasted back through the door and was like, I'm coming for you, bitch! Like, I love that he didn't come back to try and get him again. He just came back to promise him he would. Like, that's cool. I love Ed. I love both of them. These characters are great, but Ed's a great protagonist. Like, this dude belongs at the top, where I, like, am pretty sure he already is. But anyway, that is episodes, fucking whatever, read the title, of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Let me know, as always, what you thought of these episodes in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of this video and what your favorite jokes were of the video as well. I've been Danny Mata, and I will see you next time.
Hold on to me, baby. Won't you come a little closer? Where I live for now. I wrote down what you said to me, baby, but give